Hi there, in today's video we're talking about affirmations. What are they really? How do they work? And how can you use them in your personal and business life to achieve abundance, be happy, and pretty much get everything you want? So affirmations, really in a nutshell, are just lies you tell yourself until they become truth. But they're the good lies, not the bad ones. They are similar to those little white lies you may have told once or twice when you were a kid to keep yourself from getting into trouble. You know, the ones that once you told it once and every time you were asked about it after that, you had to keep going with it because, you know, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Those ones. The ones that after you said them so many times, you started to get a little fuzzy about what was total truth and what was exaggerated truth. Affirmations work the same way, except nobody's getting in trouble. They're harmless to anybody, to everybody really, including you. They're actually really positive and beneficial in the sense that you're going to use them to reprogram your mind. Condition your innermost beliefs into believing something is 100% true. Not just a little bit true, but a lot true. And that's what we use them for. We use them to reprogram our subconscious minds. So our subconscious minds are the things within us. It's the powerhouse within us. Our subconscious is where our beliefs are housed. That is where we store all of the information that we've received throughout our entire life from day one. It is where all of our experiences and our emotions reside. That is where no matter what has happened to us in our life, anything we've experienced or any data we've come across, whether we needed it at that time or not, our subconscious minds store that information. And they wait for a future event or experience or situation that we need to draw upon that information in order to make a good decision. And it happens so fast in like nanoseconds that we aren't even aware that it's going on. But these decisions that happen really fast like that ultimately control everything we do. They control how we react to situations, how we think about people, judgments upon first meeting somebody, all because of something that was stored in our subconscious mind. Could have been yesterday, it could have been 30, 40, 50 years ago. It is so powerful to be aware of what's going on in our subconscious. And if there's some negativity or some limiting beliefs in there, to know that we have the power to change them. The easiest way that I can maybe explain how it works, just to give you a little bit of a picture in your head or an analogy, would be to imagine that we work like a computer. Our subconscious mind is similar to an operating system on the computer. So that operating system is just simply software that's installed onto the hard drive. So we are the hard drive, and our subconscious mind is the operating system. It was coded, and that code tells the operating system how to work. So the code is the thoughts and experiences that we have thought throughout our whole life. All of that translates into code, which is downloaded into the operating system. Hence, that is what controls everything in life. All the information that comes in is processed by that operating system, and that's how we work. So it would make sense then that if we want to change the beliefs, hence the operating system, we have to change the code, hence our thoughts. And if we do that in the right way, we will ultimately change the code and change how the operating system works for the better. And that's what affirmations help you do. Affirmations are simply a means to change the code, to change the way we're coded, so that we can learn to react differently. This is how we can overcome anxiety and become more confident and fearless. This is how we can learn to tackle all of those situations that freak us out and find happiness in places that it didn't exist before. Affirmations are awesome tools to be able to take control of your life. Let me give you some examples of some affirmations. And know that when I say these might not necessarily be ones that you would use, but it'll give you an idea. So when I was first deciding that I wanted to write a book, it freaked me out, completely freaked me out. I had so many thoughts going in my head that were along the lines of, what if nobody likes it? I'm not even that good of a writer. Oh my gosh, when I would write papers in college, it would take me 8, 9, 10 hours and I'd redo it a million times. Do I really want to go through that? I'm not even that good. And of course, all these beliefs stemming from experience, things that I remember along my journey that made writing seem terrible, really. And I had to look at that and go, oh, it doesn't matter. I really want to write a book. So my affirmation over and over and over and over that I would write down in my abundance journal was, I am an author. Is that true? No, not really. I haven't published a book, so technically am I an author? Not yet. And it looked foreign and weird and like a blatant lie when I would write it down. But after I kept doing it enough, soon it started to take shape and take form, and I started to convince myself piece by piece, little by little, that this could be true. And it started to resonate and draw experiences out of my subconscious that proved that I can write. So those limiting beliefs were strong and loud voices in my head at first. But as I kept writing this down, I started to recall A's that I got in college and comments that teachers would say to me throughout all of my life. Wow, this is really good. You really captured the essence here. And compliments like that they were in my subconscious too. They were just quieter than the loud, obnoxious voice that was telling me I couldn't do this. And as I kept writing, that became more and more apparent. And then I started to get the confidence. It just started to evolve. And before I knew it, I was like, yeah, I'm a writer. I can do this. And it became more truthful and it felt more real for me. And that's how affirmations are going to work for you. I promise that's how they work. So a couple of more affirmations that might resonate a little better with you are some things like, I am confident. I am beautiful. I am comfortable in social situations. I am a good business person. I'm a good wife. I'm an excellent listener. I'm a great friend. I'm a good mom. I'm a good dad. Things like that. They can be the simplest things. And if this seems complicated or difficult right out of the gate, a guided affirmation might be the way to start. YouTube has them. If you just Google search or YouTube search guided affirmations, you're going to find videos and affirmation MP3s that go along to music and soothing sounds. This is actually how I started doing them. I'd put earbuds in at night and listen to my guided affirmations when I would go to sleep. And of course, my husband and kids made fun of me. They do with everything. I'm used to it. That's okay. But I loved it. It was like sleep brainwashing or sleep programming, and it worked. I woke up feeling amazing and ready to tackle the world, kind of. It was the weirdest thing, but it was an addiction for a little while. But what it really did was help me to learn how affirmations worked. And over the course of doing it, although it felt foreign and the things that they were saying on these tapes didn't resonate with me at first, the more I listened to them, the more they did. And I'd pull different nuggets out along the way, and it would become more powerful. And that's what's going to happen for you. That's exactly how affirmations work. They start off feeling weird, but then once you start to connect with them, you're going to start to feel the power in them. I promise that's what's going to happen. It's going to work for you just that way. And if you're new to this whole world of affirmations and reprogramming your mind and trying to get everything you want out of life in a positive way, head on over to my blog. There's going to be lots of tips and tricks and resources there to help you kill it, basically, in your home life and your business life. Because what's the point of being amazingly successful in business if you're a hot mess at home? And vice versa, what's the point of having the best home life if you're just going to be distracted from all that happiness because your work life is crumbling and your business is falling apart? You kind of have to have them both in balance, at least to some extent, and that's what I do there. I help you to take a holistic approach to everything that's going on in your life so that you can have happiness in all of those categories. And then when you do, that's where abundance really, really sets in. So head on over there, check that out. You can download your abundance journal there as well, TanyaRainier.com/journal. And of course, please leave me a comment below. Let me know what affirmation it is that you're working on. It just has to be one, just the big one right now. Because if you're working on it, there's a pretty good chance somebody else is too. And just seeing it in print sometimes is the kickstart you need to get going. And you can be an inspiration to somebody in that way. So I hope this works for you. Let me know, stay in touch, and I'll see you on the next video.